For the new viewers, we bought a Mercedes GLA45 with significant damage on the front left. So we have already replaced quite a few parts of the car, and in the last episode we were busy repairing the damage. And today we can finally spray the car in color. As you can see today, the AMG is being painted, and before we can do that, the AMG needs to be primed first. There's still quite a bit to be done. Check out what Daniel did yesterday. I've neatly set up all those panels. We're really holding Max back. We pretty much handle the process ourselves. We just ask Max for a lot of information. So he's quite behind on his own work. Sorry, Max. I am truly immensely grateful that we can learn this through you. It's really a process we've never done ourselves before. Damage repaired. What's the next step? We're going to prime it. Sanding, masking, and then maybe something very important, let's check Daniel's sanding work. Absolutely, we will definitely get that done. Because you don't want to find out when the car is being painted in color. I'm not going to hold Max back. I've been interning all of last month. I'm curious to see how this day will unfold, guys. As you can see, there's still quite a bit that needs to happen to this car before it can be spotted in color. That's why Max starts with sanding the varnish. The car consists of a primer, a base color, and a varnish. And before you can actually reapply the primer, you must first sanding the varnish layer. As you can see, Max actually only sands half the panels, so the overflow is optimal later on. After we sanded the bumper, we took it off. So Max immediately continued with degreasing the car. First, all the masking tapes had to come off. Then Max could start with the silicone remover. Let's see if his repair artistry was well executed. Because it functioned like a kind of paint layer, allowing him to see, and whether it transitioned smoothly into each other, and whether additional sanding work needed to be done. What's the next step? We're going to tape it now. And we do that in a different way than before painting. Like before painting, you would tape it off because you're going to spray it completely. But now it's useless if there's primer here, so we don't tape it. Now exactly all the edge. Well guys, he's almost ready for a first coat of primer. He still needs to be taped here and there with a piece of paper. And that's what we're going to do now. And then Max will just take care of the first coat. And that means that soon all those filler spots will blend in with the doors. So, you won't have any islands. Then of course it needs to be sanded and painted in the right color. First paperwork, then the primer. Time to sand again. We've got everything ready to put in the base. Max checked everything, including Daniel's work. And I must say, Daniel did quite well. There are of course a few spots that still need a bit of touching up. Here needed to be sanded a bit more, with a little extra layer of putty. Good. It's now ready to be put in the ground. I'm going to follow Max to the mixing room because that's where we're going to prepare the primer. Or no, prepare the base. It really does look quite different from the last time we were here, Max. Double premise. Paint mixing room has changed. Double spray booth, and here we are. New mixing room. Actually, this is kind of the heart of the company, right? If you don't have a mixing room, then spraying is going to be difficult. Is there a special mixing ratio, Max? And how do you actually know how much you need for a car? Is it experience or is it a liter? Yes, experience. You should count approximately 100 grams per part. You really shouldn't mix too much as it's also a waste of the remainder. So, that's pretty much it, isn't it? In the worst case, you might have to mix some more. Okay, so basically you've now either just fallen short or just made enough. Yes, that's how I should see it. Yes, I think this is sufficient. And aren't you using black soil on purpose because the car is black? Yes, exactly. If I use white ground and then we spray it, you'll obviously get stains to see. The black is actually not too bad. It really has a strong coverage. Well, the spray gun is ready. Time to change, put on the protective gear. Degrease the parts one more time. I'm excited, guys. Let's go. Just did an update? Yes, everything is ready, so wait until it's dry, then sand. And then spray. So sick you wouldn't say it had damage anymore. Just not at all. This is your first time, right? Yeah, it's my first time. And it's this good. Yeah, I was surprised myself. After many hours of sanding, the sanding is almost finished, because there is only one step left, that is to sand with water. This process of wet sanding is super important, because that's how you actually remove everything. The 100% of all sanding marks that are still there will be removed. So after the wet sanding, we can actually put the car in the spray booth and hose it down. Going to paint it in color, I'm actually looking forward to that all week. Why is this process taking so long? Normally, this process might take 2 days. And we're already on day 4 now. It's actually because we're capturing all of this on camera. And Max is also taking the time to... He explained it well to us and of course to you viewers as well. For that, we're incredibly grateful to Max after we finished sanding. Spray the car down with air, so it dries faster. Next, we tape the car with paper tape. And as you know, water and paper tape don't mix. And you want the best adhesion you can get. Max immediately grabs here. I still have a small piece of paper. He sticks these on the inside of the doors to avoid any overspread. Overspray is excess paint that ends up where it shouldn't. That's called overspray. And this is what you want to avoid. All the masking work is pretty much done. We'll do the remaining things in the spray room, I think. Yes? With slides and all? Yes? So now it's a matter of starting driving in, yes, letting Max perform his art. An important moment is, of course, choosing the color. There's a color code in the door, right? 191, we just checked it. And now let's see if the computer has it too. I'm curious, guys. Max really did his best to spray in front of that, towards the inside of those panels to prevent it. He really did that with a lot of paper, so that if a mist still slips between the panels, that it doesn't end up on the interior, but on the paper. Yes, what a job this is, guys. What a job. It's now 2:30. We've been at it since 9 this morning to get that car in here. Yes, of course, I'm really pushing him. The result has to be 100%. That just takes time. I'm going to the men's room because that's where Max is. Are those somewhat common colors or, don't ask? Yeah, for black metallics, for sure. That's true? Yes. But you don't encounter this much on a Hyundai or a DHL van, do you? Nowadays, it's on all cars. Really? Yes. So it's not really a crazy option anymore. In the past, metallic was really an option, right? Correct. And now it's kind of normal. The color is mixed. And there he goes. What are you doing now? That should be okay, right? You mean to check if it's the same color? Yes, double check. It seems a bit darker. Yes, because it's wet now. Oh, that's why. Darker than black is not possible. No. Here we are in the spray booth! This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The car is now being sprayed in the base color. That's the one black color you basically see all the time. On the car, so the base, and then it gets a clear coat. So we're going to start with the base color. This thing is going to be sick. dry a bit. And then we apply a final coat. And approximately how long is the interval between coats? About 15 minutes. Are you happy? Yeah, it turned out pretty nice, didn't it? Look here. It still needs to fully dry, of course. But check this out, what a mirror effect. Perfect, guys, we can just talk like this. Hello? I'm incredibly happy, guys, really. Just that bumper part left. Unfortunately, we won't be there for that. On another day when we're not around. So maybe it will take some time to make a few shots for you. But that's probably it, because I really don't want to hinder him in the rest of his activities. The next shot will probably be finishing the car, driving back to the workshop. And I am so excited, guys. This thing has turned out so beautiful, unbelievable. We are standing next to a freshly painted GLA45 AMG, and how happy I am with the result. The final touches in the spray booth. That's where the finishing touches are now being put. There was still a bit of dust in a few places, but Max is skillfully removing it. As you can see, he has already caused some abrasion in a few spots. He's going to polish this one soon, too. Then it's completely perfect. I'm happy with the final result, guys. It looks super good. We have limited time today, so we need to disassemble the car quickly. Are you happy with it, Max? Yes, definitely. Definitely, huh? Just a few tiny dust specks.
Yeah, but you always have those...
Just check out how it shines. Yeah, really? Don? Yeah, I thought so. But seriously, by bringing that Lambo here, we just knew, okay, Max will handle this too. It's not a Lambo, Mercedes. And this makes us so happy, man, really. But for now, you probably don't want to see us anymore, I think. And I was here all last week. We actually did most of the sanding ourselves to keep it out of Max's hands. Well, let's quickly assemble this Mercedes. Max can't stand us anymore. I can't wait, guys, to soon go full throttle driving home to the AMG in one color, though. Nice. Wow! Please, the last part of the placed feeder. Then we'll just do that. Here we are. What great work, thank you for it. Check out the final result, huh? It turned out super cool. You remember it from the Lamborghini repair. No matter what car you have, be it a Ferrari or a GLA AMG, it doesn't matter. Which car do you prefer? Yeah, that's a good question. This one, of course. Thanks, Max, I'm incredibly happy. Guys, the car is finally one color now. How can people find you? info@spuiterij.pres.nl. Yes, they can just send an email there. Just send a mail and get a reply the same day. Great, things can move this fast, guys. And skillfully assisted, you can see the car isn't fully assembled yet. Grills, parking sensors, all kinds of little things that are still there. Not yet installed, but of course we have it all in the car. So that's it for this episode, guys. There's a huge amount of work to do. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know where to find it. Link in the description. Also, for any work you want done, you can contact us at spuiterijpres.nl. I'm really happy with the final result. Having said all this, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week with new AMG content where we're going to finish the AMG. See you